crew. We're almost upon Thor's breath. They've sent us out here to the far reaches to quell a rebellion. It's not my favorite thing to do, but orders are orders sometimes, even if you don't necessarily agree with them.
We understand, sir.
I need all hands on deck. We need to be ready for whatever, because they didn't give me particularly good intel on this one. I'm not sure who on the higher up was thinking that, but it could be a power move.
How long are we rationing for, sir?
What's that again?
How long are we rationing for?
Ration.
We should be good on rations for the duration of our trip.
Okay.
Ideally, we should only be staying in this to quell the rebellion for no longer than 7 days, and then we should head back to command.
So if I plan for like 2 weeks, we good?
Certainly.
That
Right.
should be plenty.
So,
I should have something in the back.
daggers or massive guns?
Little of both.
Little column A, little column B.
Definitely. Can't be too sure.
I'll make sure to get the automatic ones.
And make sure you've got my goods ready to go, won't you?
Gotcha.
Where do you want the rum, sir?
We want that in the hole.
In the hole? Alright. Right down this hole, as I always say.
I've heard the rum's always gone.
Moderation
That's why
is
the
best.
run's always gone.
Moderation is a quest, is what I always say.
That's part of the rationing. We need to ration the
I
rum.
tend to fail at that one.
Well, it's the quartermaster's job to make sure everyone has rum when they need it, so.
At the very least, make sure the quartermaster has it.
Don't give all of it to the captain just as he asks, yeah?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Hey, give me some credit.
You can have all
The job
all
comes
the
with a
rum
lot
you
of
want.
stress.
It's important to make the captain happy.
I mean, if the captain's happy, there's certainly,
Doesn't he also have to drive?
I'm glaring at all of you
I don't know, isn't
in
there a
that way
pilot?
that you know is you do not enable him.
Oh, come on, Lieutenant. Where's the fun in that?
Captain,
What? It was one time.
you and I both know that you're useless when you're drunk.
I disagree, sir.
It was one time.
I always found that he gives me more permissions when he's drunk.
Yeah, here you go. Want a bottle?
I'm abstaining for now.
Very wise, sir.
Guess there's no shore leave ahead of time then.
Did I show you this drawing done by my daughter?
Oh, it's so cute.
3 years old, already an artist.
That's great.
This is the 4th time.
It's cute every time.
Well, let's make sure that he can get back to his little girl, shall we?
Yes.
We'll be making
That is perfect, yeah.
planetfall should be happening in the next
Rifles it is.
72 hours. Should no immediate threats appear.
Okay.
We want this quick and efficient. We don't want to stay here too long.
We've been through enough, I think. It should be just do what we need to do and get out.
I trust you guys.
Automatic hand mortars it is then. Quick and efficient.
Automatic.
Big blasts.
She's got the good stuff.
So, let's prepare for what's ahead.
Rest up, and I will see y'all here in 24 hours.
Dismissed.
Welcome to Lizards and Locations. This is episode 1 of our new campaign, Roots of Yggdrasil. And it's finally a campaign of mine that you're able to see from start to finish. And it's going to be quite the adventure through the highest of seas. We have
Space!
Yes, the highest of seas, the Aethera Sea, yes, aka space. Now, all of our characters are ready to go, and I'm going to kind of ease us in from two of our characters' perspectives, and then we're going to kind of shift our way over to the other side. So for now, let's go and we'll meet, not quite officially, but for the first time in the actual campaign,
Flip to the first one.
Hogarth, Hoagie Bramsley, and Fithic. Now, the two of you are in the Brotherhood of the Quarry Central. You have just been given a very important task to retrieve a spiritual object from the planet of Jotun's Reach. It's about a week and a half away. It's a objective that has been given to you from a very wealthy collector of mythical and legendary items. It has been described to you as a small oblong object that has little, like, almost filigree, delicate vines wrapped around it, almost like an egg or a seed. And you have been given this particular honor because you have been very loyal and very trustworthy. So you've been with the Brotherhood of the Quarry for quite a while at this point. You've been rising through the ranks, rising through their esteem, and this is what they have given you as a chance to bring this in on your own for a big promotion if you guys get this through. And that a big promotion means more money and more free time and more a liberty to do as you will within the confines of this mercenary company, which has been proven to be less than what's the word I'm looking for? They're very loose in their interpretation of what is appropriate. So this will give you quite a bit of freedom if you were able to do this particular thing. So you guys are now leaving the Brotherhood of the Quarry, going towards the Spelljammer docking port to embark on your mission. Is there anything you guys want to talk about or anything you would like to do before you leave the Rock of Brawl?
Physic, how you feeling?
Pretty good. I like the ones where we get to just take stuff.
Yeah, it gives me more time for cooking.
We're allowed to nick a few extra items, yeah?
As long as it goes towards our usual discount.
Sounds good.
Looking forward to build my recipe.
Yeah, which one are you working on now?
Right now I'm working on some land biscuits.
What will that entail?
It's
Hopefully
like
not horse meat, yeah?
No, well actually, that's the thing. That's how you get the best out of it.
Hateful.
I don't know.
That's a gift. We got, peculiar taste for some, but
Yeah, just a hair bit.
no, I don't got any hair, but
Boom.
I hear horse meat's really tough.
it's really good for the tusks though. I break it down easy.
What do you do for people like me who don't have tusks?
Sucks us out.
Wow, I guess I won't be trying out land biscuits anytime soon.
Speaking of sucking, we got a lot of time.
We do have that place over, in the alley.
Yeah.
Ways.
That very special place in the back alley.
Nothing says slow.
We actually do.
Quite like a. Oh my god.
We actually do have a special place in a back alley. It's our house.
Oh, okay, I see.
We don't live in a great place, guys.
So this promotion then is probably big news for you guys.
It's expected.
Anyway, should we get over and find ourselves a ship?
Did they not provide us one?
I think they provide us with...
Cheap bastards.
Yeah, they never provide us with anything, do they?
Always gotta find a way. Oh well. I'll sell my services as I need to.
We'll just nick extra items to cover the cost.
Well, do we have all our goods with us and stuff like that? Like our typical adventure stuff that we...
Yeah, you are leaving the H quarters of your military company on the implication that you guys are about to leave.
Okay. Well, not really attached to my family here, so I'm good to go.
Yeah, they're kind of cocks on.
Rimbrod especially. He's an asshole.
Yeah, just that hair bit.
Uncles would be like that.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I mean, maybe we could pick up some potions or something, but I feel cocked and locked and ready to go.
I love it when you're cocked and locked and ready to go. Let's go find a ship to deal with that.
Yeah, we're just gonna go look for a ship.
Sure you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing.
I have a gunblade. That's what I mean by cocked and locked.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys go to the spaceport, one of the many spaceports on the Rock of Roll, and you are able to easily purchase a ride to whichever destination you would like to go.
Okay.
So Jotun's Reach, kind of a backwater. A lot of like the person you were asking is like, why would you want to go there? But hey, if your money's good, your money's good.
What do you know about Jotun's Reach, by the way?
Again, backwater, very pretty, but I think there's like
Backwater and pretty. That's a surprise.
Yeah.
I hear
Put
there's a
those
lot
together.
of unruly flora on there. Like there's a
okay.
lot of things where it's nice to look at, but once you get down into it, it's very inhospitable. It's very hostile.
They got those man-eating plants and stuff.
I haven't heard anything specific, but you know, it's usually when you hear about hostile flora, it's usually something unusual.
How's the how are pirates in those areas? Quite a bit, not so much.
Oh, you know, the ethereal sea. It's hard to determine when those pirates are going to strike, but it's one of those things where you take the risk.
Well, as far as rental policies and such, any insurances that we need to get through this? Are we pretty good?
We'll have you sign a waiver just so, you know, if you fall overboard, your wife can't come at us and say that we were negligent because you decided that you saw a pretty space eel somewhere or whatever.
Okay, yeah, those
Well,
sirens.
if he falls overboard, you'll just be dead.
Well, you can survive quite a long time in the ethereal sea if stories are to be believed, but not necessarily something you want to do.
Well, no.
Death might be a mercy at that point, some say.
Do you usually work with for the quarry?
We've seen your type a couple times. There's not usually going to places like this. It's usually more like a war zone or some militia decided that it needed to throw off its yoke of whatever warlord or duke has decided that it wanted to exert its control a bit too much, but I'm sure you know all about that kind of stuff.
This ship over here?
Yeah, this is our ship. This is the maiden voyage.
Oi, big boy! Big boy! Get off! Get off, you little fucker!
Hey.
Is that your son or something?
It's one of the deckhands. He's cleaning the ship.
Oh,
Leave
shit.
him alone.
He
It's
looks like a
okay.
piss on.
How about this, sir? Like, what was your name?
Hoagie. Just call me Hoagie. Name's too hard to pronounce.
Like a sandwich.
I make them if you want one here. You want
Great time for that music to cut off.
one?
It's like, no thanks, sir. I'm good.
You sure this one's got horse meat?
I'm super sure now that you said that.
The sandwiches are really good, though.
Yeah.
Despite the strange
Look,
meats.
I don't mean.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but if my wife catches wind that I'm going around accepting random sandwiches from strangers, she's gonna have my hide.
Well, you should always take him up on his sandwiches.
Oi! Watch the railing! Come on now! I just bought. God.
It's not like we own the ship.
Yeah, but I gotta pay for it. There's damages.
I'm doing my best.
All right.
And we're off.
So yeah, like that's a fun little thing. Where Kogi's just yells at the deckhands for a few minutes.
He has a charisma 6.
Well, that's wow. Yeah, okay.
God,
Well, no wonder you couldn't convince him to take a sandwich. The sandwich might have been the best sandwich you ever had. He's like, I'm not taking that shit.
I forgot
He
about
is-
that entirely.
He's gonna come off extremely mean to a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's
makes
right, I'm
perfect
really
sense.
stupid.
As we kind of zoom out of this scene of Kogi and Fithic having a discussion with the harbor master, we're going to kind of zoom in on a different location where Raleigh and Finn Diedrich are giving out a few commands to their crew. Finn especially is about to tell them that they are on their way as well to Jotun's Reach, where they have their own mission to retrieve a specific object that, well, we'll see how forthcoming he is. Finn, go ahead and take it away.
Is this after Thor's the trip to Thor?
The Thor, that's not even in the, like, sure, yes. Yeah, it would be before because of things that will happen within the,
Gotcha.
the breadth of this campaign.
Jotun's Reach, we're just going there for just, it's nothing.
You have a job to retrieve the same object that I just described, the oblong seed or egg that is wrapped in vines that are kind of etched into the surface of the object.
Okay.
I only say I'm not sure how much you're going to give away because as the superior officer, as the commanding officer, it's up to you how much information you want to give to your subordinates. It is considered classified.
Yeah. Team, we're heading to Jotun's Reach, and while I can't tell you exactly what we're looking for, I can tell you that it is very important. Now, it will be my job and Lieutenant's job to retrieve the object. The rest of you will play as support. It's a need-to-know basis. I trust you all, but I think we can all agree that less ears, less eyes, better. So we will be heading into Jotun's Reach. You will follow my commands exactly, and we will retrieve this object.
Do you want to tell them about the specific dangers of that? And you would know all the things that I told to Kogi.
Yeah, I would mention all of the other specific dangers.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
We don't have to actually specify everything else. Okay, so we're going to fast forward quite a bit, unless there's anything particular you want to do on the way there.
I guess for us, is it just us, or are there other people on the ship? Or
That's up to you. There will be, unless you're captaining the ship yourself, you would have had to hire a pilot, hire a crew, that kind of thing, which would be basically diverted to your mercenary company.
Yeah, both our backgrounds allow us to pilot a ship, I believe.
Don't remember.
I think-
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you're the same back.
Yeah, so both our backgrounds allow us to pilot and navigate. I'd say that we probably...
It really just depends on how much you want to do that, because it is a strenuous thing to pilot a ship. And two people, it's fairly difficult.
I honestly, I figured we just chartered a ship. I didn't even think we chartered a whole ship. But
Yeah, we'll probably pay people to do the piloting for us, just so we can focus on
So
that.
you did charter a Spelljammer.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So you guys basically have the time to relax. Is there anything you want to study? Anything you want to do as a little bit of a downtime situation? Besides that,
Well, I feel like maybe there's no books on this, right? So I mean, it's like
the only books on board would be books that you bring yourself.
yeah. I'm just gonna be going through my navigation. I'm not even that smart.
I'm definitely not reading a book.
You know, I'm cleaning my gun and my gun blade, and I'm working on that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, get used to playing low intelligence.
I'm telling you, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, he's not like super. He's a
Super
10, but it's still like I'm not
That's
gonna be.
average.
I
It's
will
average,
say-
but it's like yeah.
When I play Farah, she's only a 9, but I play her just a little bit more because I'm trying to use the charisma
Yeah.
more. It makes-
Yeah, I'm a 18 strength, 18 dex, so like hella good physically. Just you know,
Oh,
12 wisdom.
So you're talking about Vassy.
Yeah.
I'd probably chat up the sailors just for funsies.
Okay.
You know, make them feel like somebody loves them in their life. Platonically.
Yeah, okay. Good specificity. Okay, well, in that case, you guys, takes about a week for you to reach Jotun's Breath.
Okay.
We're going to switch over to Captain Dietrich's ship. Is there a name you want to give the ship? If not, we can move on until you find one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think on it a little bit more.
Is there anything that either you or RoY want to talk about before you disembark to the wilds of Jotun's Reach?
I think in the command, like the captain's like quarters, we're just kind of like I have like all this stuff laid out on the table. We have the doors shut, and it's just me and the lieutenant just talking like, okay, like we're kind of building a plan of strategy.
You have a map of the topography of the continent that you are going to be searching for this particular item in, and it's very noticeable how the kind of all comes together because in the center of the largest continent of Jotun's Reach, it is a massive, like, spiral-looking, like, forest. And I say spiral in that there are deep, like, gorges that kind of go out from a central point in the dead center of the continent. And in like, it's very deep valley, high mountain. Anything that's not a valley is green, like dense forest. It's very unusual. That's not usually how topography of planets kind of displays itself. So you understand that the item you're looking for is dead smack in the middle of that spiral. So that's that's the information that you've been given by your military intelligence.
Okay.
Bit unusual. Bit too easy. Anything?
I mean, they basically gave us the treasure map pointing directly to the center, so I wouldn't say that this is pretty straightforward. Shouldn't be any hang-ups.
I think we should keep our eyes peeled more than usual. Things like this that seem too good to be true usually are.
It is suspicious, and we'll keep our wits about us. But I don't think... I mean... He kind of looks around, and he's like... I'm not sure how many ears are out there looking at this, or eyes that have seen this. But you're right, we should keep our wits about us on this. Strictly need to know this is like, he kind of shows the graphic of what the object they're looking for is, like kind of, I imagine it's some kind of sketch or something, somebody's seen it before.
Yeah, there's an artist rendering that somebody has done of a seed or egg with vines. It looks almost like a Fabergé egg. Mm-hmm. Like, it looks extremely delicate.
Looked pretty good on the mantle, wouldn't it?
Perhaps someone else's.
I guess.
I wish I knew how to spell Fabergé.
It's not how you think.
I just spelled it phonetically.
That's fair enough. Alright.
There's definitely a G in there.
So,
At least one.
it goes to about a week so of the both of you traveling. And the Dietrichs arrived first. They were already kind of on their way. They were already given their assignment. So you guys arrived first, but not by more than an hour or so. So when the chartered flight of Hoagie and Fithik arrived, you notice something very much alarming. There's a military vessel here, stationed in orbit.
Uh-oh. Popo's here.
Well, I mean, that's more of an issue for you. I'll just hide from them, but you better try to be a little more stealthy than normal.
I mean, I'm a stealthy boy.
So
You
what
used to be.
What are both of your reactions to each other being in this particular area of space at the same time? Because this is a confidential mission and also a backwater. So...
My reaction, immediately, because I am more of a spotter type, and I assume that I'm the first on the ship to notice.
There's like an alarm that comes off whenever a new ship is... a new Spelljammer is detected. So, like, it's not like a red alert type of thing, but it's like a... and then it goes away as, like, just an alert to the crew that there is an unidentified ship in range.
Looks like we've got company, Captain.
I guess you're right. This wasn't going to be as easy as we thought.
Interesting, though. What if they... If this is supposed to be classified,
What do they know?
what do they know? Interesting.
Are you putting like a telescope in you to look?
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah, you just see this.
You're not even trying to
Well,
hide from them now, Holmes?
there's certainly a cordial loss.
Really? Really?
I don't know, sir. I kind of like his gumption.
Well,
I mean, they're probably here for something else. Maybe, like, somebody broke the law and they need to arrest them.
How many times have we broke the law though?
We are good, upstanding citizens.
Hopefully they
And
understand that.
They don't need to know what else we do.
They don't know that we have no intention of arresting anybody. We're just like, hope they don't get in our way.
I mean,
You just throw your uncle's name around, it'll be fine.
I hope
Just
they know
'cause
who
he's a
they're dealing
politician
with.
doesn't mean anything.
But it means they probably won't arrest you.
It's possible. I could bake up some lamb biscuit.
That might work, depending.
Should I tell him about the horse?
No.
Well, Captain, how would you like to proceed?
Well, I think we need to keep the crew aboard.
Okay.
Keep them at bay. I don't know what their intentions are over here. But you and me, we go get this thing.
I'll prepare the vessel, sir.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm assuming you have like another vessel that you're bringing down, or what do you do?
Like a dinghy!
Yeah, like a dinghy.
like a light, like a okay. Now, after as the Brotherhood of the Quarry mercenaries approach the planet to find somewhere to make port, you are alerted to another ship. This time the dinghy that is being sent down from the military vessel down towards planet side. And you can see that it's going towards a large spiral geographic feature that you noticed when you were approaching the planet.
Is it just me or are they going where we're trying to head to?
It's not just you. And maybe we should try to get down there faster.
I'm known for my speed where it counts. Not good for size of that dinghy, huh?
No, your size is much better than that dinghy.
Let's get out our bigger dinghy.
Rude to my dinghy.
Are we just fucking talking shit on other people's dinghies now? What is this?
This isn't body positive.
Spelljammer, you want to keep us in the good orbit for us while we go down and do some investigating and killing?
You guys, oh no, we're going down there and dropping you guys off.
You're gonna like take me down there? This is...
Yeah, you guys, we're bringing you guys down there. This is
How much
not...
is the quarry paying for this one?
That's above my pay grade.
They're
sir.
stepping it up, huh? We're getting the luxury treatment.
I really hope they're paying.
I'm not paying. Hey, I know.
Look, I don't know if you've ever flivin? Have you ever
That's
flivin?
a word now.
Have you ever flivin? No. Have you ever flown one of these things? Keeping it in orbit, that's taxing. We'd rather just have it rest in the water and enjoy
Well,
ourselves a
hey,
little bit.
you do you. I'm not.
Whatever
I don't know
you
your
want.
standards, alright? But we'll get this thing straight.
Whatever works for you.
How about you just go down in the hold and wait for us to board to disembark? Yeah.
Hey, that's what I do.
Let's just try to get down there as quickly as possible, yeah?
Yeah, you in a rush all of a sudden?
Well, these people seem to be
Sometimes.
racing against us over here.
Now,
You mean the Navy ship?
Is that what they are?
Seeing as how
He looks at it, and there's like clearly, and like the navy of a.
When I file my report, it'll just say pirate ship.
seeing as
Well, you
how
do you.
I've spent time on
What's the military
ships.
called here?
I have a couple of thoughts on what the military would be called, but did you have a specific thing?
No, I was leaving it up to you, honestly.
Okay. It's basically just Brawl's Navy. It's like the navy that is stationed on the Rock of Brawl, which is like that's the center of like civilization in that kind of sector. So you guys are the military branch of the government of the Rock of Brawl.
Does Gust
Oh,
help
shit, so they're from Brawl.
spaceships?
Mm-hmm.
Does
Or
Gust?
they're not. They might not be from Brawl, but the military
Military part of
is
it is.
based on that in that
Okay.
area.
Would Gust actually help a spaceship move?
No.
I didn't think so. I just thought I'd toss it out.
No, that would not help. If anything, that might make it a little bit more tumultuous and turbulent.
Space wind.
They've got their own ways of navigating the ethereal currents, and
Keep
the wind
flash
might
forward.
just kind of fuck it up. Either way, as Raleigh and Finn go down in their dinghy to approach the large spiral landmass, the Brotherhood of the Quarry lands neatly on the side of a small beach where there's you almost want to call it an outpost, but it's really about 4 buildings, about 10 people in it.
What's this like when we land? What's the surface kind of like? Is it foresty, islandy?
You're landing on the water, but
Okay.
the actual landmass is like, imagine you are like coming up there, and like it's a forest. If the forest was about 4 times the size of everything,
Okay.
like absolutely massive everything, like vines the size of you, like as thick around as you are.
Think like Skull Island, almost.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is wildly overgrown.
Okay.
And it's the same thing for you guys as your approach. You kind of come down and you're saying like, oh yeah, it's a forest. This is fine. This will be easy. It's fairly difficult for you to find a place that is safe for you to land, because a lot of it is forest, sheer drop off of a cliff.
Do you see any stable terrain, Lieutenant? It's really not looking too desirable here.
I look.
Yes. Go ahead and make
First roll.
Make a survival check.
Oh, good, that's I'm like, 14 plus. Wow, I'm proficient in survival. 18.
18. Very nice. So, you are able to find a nice little outcropping where a rock has like fallen but not fallen off of the cliff. And it's a nice, somewhat stable. There's lots of vines and stuff growing over it, so it kind of gives you the impression that it hasn't gone anywhere for at least a few months, maybe a year or so. So you park it right there, more on the inside of the landmass than over the cliff, and you're able to land I want to say not more than an hour away from the center of the spiral landmass. Like you're very close.
I look to see how close behind our company is.
There is absolutely no way for you to know that.
Okay, then off we go.
You are now within a absolutely dense as F forest. There are palm fronds that are 3 times the size of you as you walk through towards the northwest. You were kind of parked in the southeast of the central sort of like, what's the center of a vortex almost? Like the epicenter, I suppose?
Good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, works for me.
What's that?
Eye is
The
also
eye
good.
of the
The eye, yeah, that would also be very very fitting, considering that it does look like a giant cyclone. So yeah, you guys make your way to your northwest, and it's slow going. Like
Just hacking through.
you're a little bit in the thick of it. So
So much for paradise.
So you've gotten yourself quite a. If you're the one that's hacking your way through, you're gonna need to make another survival check.
Yeah. Don't know if Finn's as good at survival.
Can I get the water that's down there?
An 11.
An 11? You're making normal progress. It's very frustrating because like you're used to cutting your way through like a normal jungle where like one good hack from a machete is going to clear away 2 or 3 branches. It takes 2 or 3 cuts each time to get through something that you really want to get through. So it's a little bit of a trek. And as you guys do that, we're going to go back towards Pythic and Hogarth.
Apparently we're much more fun. Listen to that music.
Somebody's biased.
Actually, started for you guys.
You guys have landed in the closest inner bay of the cyclone, which is towards the opposite way of where they landed, to the northwest of the epicenter.
Okay.
You are significantly behind them at this point because they rolled well. So what would you like to do?
Roll better.
Okay.
Should we see if we can find a guide to get us through faster?
Is there people here?
They said there were like 10 people.
Can we find a guide? You should do the talking.
Yes.
Surprising pretty much nobody, one of the 10 people in this particular outpost is a guide.
Tell them the good joke, you know.
So you...
Now that I'm on the spot.
So you approach this somewhat short individual. He's kind of leaning back on a chair, and he's got a. You can tell he's a guide because he has Waynarth's Guide and Travel Services on a very crudely made sign hanging above the kind of stall that he has set up, and he's kind of leaning back in a chair, wide brim hat kind of drawn over his eyes. And he's kind of just not realizing that you're there at the moment.
I walk up to him and I say, "Hi, have you heard the one about the beheaded wife?"
He kind of like looks up, kind of like tips his hat, like flicks his hat so that it goes out of his eyes.
So it was,
Well met stranger to you. No, I can't say I have. What is it?
it was kind of a tragedy, but it turns out her husband just really, really liked her head.
Y'all got some blue humor out there nowadays. Can I help you with something, or are you just here to wow me with your stand-up?
Where do we know that it's in the middle of this maze thing or whatever?
You don't.
We're looking for something.
Well, I don't think you're gonna find it here. There's not much here besides anything you want that's green and ugly.
You know, I could be interested in that, but also, do we have a drawing of it or no?
Yeah, we do.
You have a drawing of it.
Hobbs, where's that drawing?
Oh, yep. Found if we just unwrap the sandwich. There you go.
You wrapped it around a
I
sandwich.
need to keep it clean. Smells good, right?
He really does make good sandwiches, though.
Let's get that right.
Was that your body?
What?
Am I the only one that heard him snap, crackle, pop like Rice Krispies?
I think it's a chair.
That was the chair.
Is that your body?
You wrapped it around a body.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, what?
No, it's a sandwich.
It's for my body. Yeah, he kind of like takes this piece of like parchment that's just saturated in oil and vinegar at this point.
But who doesn't love oil and vinegar, right? Excellent sandwich. Also,
Well, you
I feel
definitely
like-
properly lubricated it.
yeah, and I bet you're the man
That's the
to
key to really
find.
good.
I bet you know exactly where that thing is.
I've never seen anything like this before in my life. But I'll tell you one thing: if there's anything anywhere, it's probably in the epicenter of that big old fucking forest.
Makes sense
Huh?
to me.
Now I can get you there.
Perfect. Fast?
But, well, fast is a relative term, I suppose. But I suppose if you're ready to go now.
100%.
Okay. kind of he looks like he's about to fold it, and then just kind of like hands it to you.
I wrap it back sandwich.
Next time, don't use the oil and vinegar if you're packing the sandwich to
I
go.
didn't think that's one ahead.
So he kind of like goes back behind his little stall, and you hear him like rummaging around for a few things. You see him come out, and he's got a whip. He's got a huge machete, like almost half the size of that he is.
And like kind of a hat, an explorer's hat.
I mean, he's already wearing a hat, but yes.
That's fair. He had a hat on him.
He did not get a new, larger hat, unfortunately.
Is he just kind of like a dashing professor?
No, he's got standard khaki. Like, he's going into a very humid and difficult terrain forest, so he looks about what you'd expect. It's like, well, let's get this over with. I assume you guys are good for payment.
Oh, yo, you just name your price.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
All right, and he kind of leads you out of the small outpost and towards the southeast, where the center of the spiral cyclone is converging. Now, I'm going to use my own nature check for this because you have hired a guide.
Okay.
Good.
Hopefully, it isn't so.
Yeah, he rolled a natural 20, so you guys actually do a pretty good job of catching up. They're still a bit in front of you because they just had the more direct route.
Yeah.
But we're going to have you guys are cutting through the forest.
Okay.
You guys see quite a few, the both of you are going to see quite a few large carnivorous plants, like big, Venus flytraps that are like 3 times the size of you.
These make great salads.
And I'm giving, because you had such a good nature check, and you had a decent nature check, I'm going to be like, you guys know to avoid those kinds of like large, bright red. They stand out fairly well in the green, blood red.
I always love it when my salad tries to eat me back.
Yeah, always.
Makes you wonder how big
good
the toss
toss.
are here.
Thing that's that big enough to feed that.
Pineapple, kiwi.
I don't want to know.
I imagine it's similar, yeah?
Watermelon.
Those don't try to eat you back.
So you guys
I like
cut your way through the thick jungle. And I'm going to need each of you to make a survival check.
No. Oh, well, I'm good at that.
That's
Oh,
an actual.
but not when I roll a 4, though. It's a 9.
8.
10.
23.
23!
Land team +4.
Obliterating the
Join
competition.
Brawl's Navy, they said. See the sights, they said.
This is a bit far away from the swashbuckling adventure that you imagined on the high ethereal seas.
He's got his coat tied around his waist and he's like sweating. It's just...
So, as you guys are making your way through the jungle, you hear... Like, it's not doing the correct... I was expecting like a deeper thump. Like, as you guys... you don't hear breathing. At least not at the moment. Eventually you will hear breathing as the trees start to shake and you hear animals and flora kind of fall and trees break. And before you know it, a large silver flash comes through as the trees in front of you are cut away. And you have like a half of a clearing. And standing before you is an absolutely massive giant. 30 feet tall, machete the size of his arm, and he kind of looks at you.
Oh, fuck.
Boy, big boy.
And he like glares down.
I think that's one of the few times it's actually a big boy you're calling out to.
And the interesting thing is, he just cut down this forest, but you can already see things starting to sprout and things starting to grow back. The vines are kind of like wreathing on the ground as they try and climb up the stumps. It is an immediate effect.
I really wish I was smart enough to care about that. It's a good way to make a fun regeneration potion, but not if you've only got 10 intelligence.
And he kind of yells at you in a what the languages do you know?
Let's see here. I'm sure with his intelligence, so many.
Yeah, barely common essentially.
Celestial and common.
Interesting.
Common and Elvish.
Alright, so he's kind of like bellowing at you in this large reverberating voice that you cannot understand.
Yeah, I can't understand you, man. Like, what the fuck you want? Like, I was just trying to walk here, and then you're like cutting through shit, like...
He kind of sees you gesticulating a little bit rudely.
Yeah.
So I need you to make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm so good at those.
That's kind of why I'm making you do it.
Well, I'll have you know that my persuasion is a -2, and I rolled a 3.
So you got a 1.
Yeah.
So like he sees you kind of like gesturing like you're gonna continue with what you're doing, and he kind of like just barely pivots his body a little bit and like steps in front of the way you're gesticulating.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
And he bellows at you once again.
Does sending use like a generic language that anybody can hear, even?
I imagine that sending is a message in whatever language that you know that you can use.
Okay.
It's not a free comprehend languages spell.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'll
anything?
cast
Just lighting myself on.
calm emotions
Okay.
to get him to just chill out.
Okay. What does that entail?
That entails
Christmas
a
Day.
charisma saving throw.
He's not super great at this.
I wouldn't imagine.
4. So
Yeah,
no.
definitely fails.
Pretty close.
So, you can suppress any effect causing the target to be charmed or frightened. So, I'm really just hoping it chills out his emotions in general.
You're trying to kind of use it in a outside of combat situation.
Yeah. Suppress strong emotions in a group of people.
Like you see him, he gets less angry. He's not quite as like seething, but he is just kind of like now sternly looking at the three of you.
Deep breaths, big guy.
As one Arth is like, this is new.
So, have you seen these things before?
No, and you would think I would, considering that he's a
Pretty fucking big. Big
fucking
boy.
giant.
It can make targets indifferent about creatures that it's hostile towards.
Okay,
So
that definitely works.
just calm down, big boy. Take some deep breaths.
Sandwich?
Maybe don't keep offering him things.
You just see like creaking down as like bits of vines and stuff kind of fall off him as he reaches down and kind of picks up the
Oh,
sandwich.
can I have the paper back though?
Did you really give him the picture?
Fuck.
Seriously?
Damn it.
It's a fucking good thing I'm good at remembering what we're supposed to steal.
Well, that, he likes me now though, huh? Is it good? Good? Yeah, see? I
So-
speak that language.
Do you know how to get to the middle of this big jungle?
No, hold your hands out like that. I'm sure it works.
It's the magic. I'm channeling the magic.
He's just staring at you as he just like continues to chew this thing that's like barely a freaking.
Pawn.
It's like a freaking thing of taffy on him.
Alright, sandwich. Huh? Sandwich? That way.
Kind of like.
Us. That way. Yes, I know.
Wait, did you kill your guide?
What's
I think
that?
so.
What's that?
I think our guide's still there.
Yeah, he hasn't left.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's just like,
He's just kind of like. Like, well, no, because he's. I mean, Onarth sees that she's casting something. He's casting something? Fithik is a.
Any and all.
Okay.
Yep.
He sees them casting something, and it's like, it seems to be working. So he's not going to be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you stop? Cut that. Like, no, he's like, he hasn't eaten us yet, so that's good.
Oh no.
And he kind of like, he sees you hold out another sand, like the giant sees you hold out another sandwich, like, and he kind of goes back down, just grabs it with his hand.
Yep. That's pastrami on rye.
Pastrami on rye.
No, not good. Good.
Mm.
I put a little bit of horse meat in it.
Why? Why would you do that?
You're gonna look me in the eye and tell me orcs don't like, or giants
Giants,
don't
yeah.
eat horse meat?
No, it's not the giant responding to that. He did not say in common, why would you do that? That was me. The DM, Andrew, being like, why would you do this?
Especially since hippos are herbivorous.
I fucking eat whatever I want. I'm a GIF, not a hippo.
Hippos
Just
eat
saying.
a lot of things.
Well, they kill things, but they don't eat them.
I'm
So-
a GIF.
So as he eats your second sandwich,
Nope.
he kind of like looks towards the center and then looks at the three of you and then just pivots and starts walking away, and you can hear like the big
Is he walking in the direction we need to go?
no.
That's fine. He's leaving us alone.
Yeah, but then he would have cut a path down. It
It's
would have
already
been
pretty
really
cut. He came
helpful.
from that way.
Fair point.
There, you can see along the area, like there's a lot of clear, like now half-grown clearings. It seems that even with a giant cutting through the jungle, it does not seem to last very long.
Should probably hurry.
We should hurry.
Yeah.
So you
Learn to speak
guys,
the language.
gain a little bit more time
Yeah.
on the other two. So you guys are just about ready to be like neck and neck, and you're approaching the edges of the epicenter. And as you guys reach the area, like in the middle of that, you can start to see things that, well, make investigation checks.
Another thing I'm
You
very
know,
good at.
Lieutenant, I think I had this place all wrong.
Okay, you're done being.
Let's build our vacation from here.
I don't think so, sir.
Look at the views. It's perfect.
Fucking 4.
Okay.
Listen, sir, when I told you I'd follow you into hell, I wasn't expecting you to actually make me go.
Character break.
You get to have a big dinghy.
You're still on the big dinghies, huh?
I was like, oh, there's a hole.
I can't tell if you've had
What-
too
what's-
much allergy medicine or not enough.
What's the catchphrase? Make a Constitution saving throw.
You shouldn't put cat and I next to each other, that's the thing.
That's a problem.
What did you guys get on your investigation?
18!
Okay.
I got a 15.
Okay. So the Dietrichs kind of notice as they approach the epicenter,
I love that they're called the Dietrichs. I love it.
you see, you wouldn't necessarily consider them buildings, but things that might house something, like a shelter, and ones that are fairly stable considering how, even as you guys have been hacking your way through the jungle, you hack your way through a vine and you can see, like, as it swings, you can see, like, new buds, new leaves, new growth coming from it. It's like somebody was able to shape this overgrowth of vegetation and flora into something that is not luxurious, but livable. And you see that every now and then. It's not like a densely packed like city. It's more like you see like a hut and then like another kind of shelter, and it goes very sparse, very almost invisible. It's very like wood elf kind of thing where like it's incorporated into the surrounding forest, but to like the most extent you could possibly imagine.
Speak of the devil. He's like gonna gesture around all the huts. I like that one over there.
Okay.
You might be convincing me, sir.
It's the perfect overreach. Why, we could live here indefinitely.
I don't know about that.
You saw the bright red things. I'm sure they're edible.
Maybe you're edible to them, sir.
I have been known to be a snack.
Don't get too ahead of yourself.
Can I say something? And this has nothing to do with nothing.
It's a confusing statement.
Yeah, it is. I'm a little surprised that Finn has not tried to burn this place to the ground.
It's kind of growing on him. He's like, oh, this sucks. And he's like, nah, it's actually kind of cool.
It starts it's growing on him? Damn.
It might be growing on him.
But
Better than growing in him? Maybe?
no.
That's
Nothing
something
wrong
that-
with growing in you.
I've heard it both ways.
That just makes
I've heard
it
it
better.
both ways.
Okay, so you all are about the same distance away now. It's going to time for another round of survival checks.
Survive.
You are a different dice, and you're gonna roll better. Yeah, you are. That's right. 24.
Wow.
I missed my lucky feet.
Great.
By the right.
19.
So it's 23, 19, 24.
23-19! 23-19!
Ah.
Dang.
I still got the highest one. You failed.
All right. Well, means the Dietrichs are now on their way a bit more sprightly. Able to kind of navigate their way from one hut dwelling to another because they seem to be connected along what could only be described as the faintest of a trail. It's just a little bit easier to navigate your way through as opposed to having to hack your way through dense vegetation. Now it's like a couple palm fronds are in the way, there's a couple vines in the way, but nothing you can't handle. So as the Dietrichs make their way closer and closer to the epicenter, it's not difficult to determine which way it is because it kind of gets thicker and larger, and there are...
It does.
Yes, it does. And there's a large kind of...
Paint me a picture.
Yeah.
A large, tower rising out above
Almost
the
a little bit,
underbrush.
yeah, it's a little bit. And it's a huge bulbous pink head on it, yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
No.
Way to get ground.
Smart asses. No, the way that you can tell is because it feels like you're walking uphill. The elevation is steadily increasing as you approach the center. Not to a mountainous type of thing, but definitely noticeable.
Okay. So it's like
I know you've been in Florida a while, but a hill is when there's sometimes a higher elevation than the surrounding area, and when you're walking up it, you can kind of see how it works.
Yeah, I know you've been in Florida for a while, but there's more out there than flat Earth.
Sometimes,
Wait, so it like a big pile of dirt?
a little bit, yeah.
yeah, is it like a tree? So
Like
it's
this big?
like you're on the top of a tree like that, like you see around more.
A little bit. Think like a giant pile of dirt about this big, but instead of this big, 400 times that big.
2 gallons worth.
I know
of
D&D
dirt?
is fantasy, but
Come
keep
on.
it realistic a
Yeah,
little
come
bit.
on.
I can't
Let's stay
suspend
within
my
our
disbelief
bounds.
in this.
Let's stay within our bounds.
Well, I guess you
Fantasy.
just cancel the entire campaign.
Or hills?
Players don't understand hill.
Giant rock.
Listen, we're talking about, space
Yes.
and spaceships and elves and gifts, but these hill things?
Yeah.
Or Jiff.
Honestly, it's too
Like
far.
the peanut butter.
It's too far. You've gone too far.
I'm gonna need you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
Is it us or you?
Yeah, you specifically.
Oh, good.
Not your
It's a
characters.
7.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 7.
I don't know what my
68,
wisdom
60.
score is, but it's a natural 14.
Okay, you guys have managed to wrap your brains around the concept of increasing height.
Wow, I feel so enlightened.
Just increased elevation is now something that your brain can comprehend without being exploding.
Geographical masterpiece.
You've learned one of the few key geographical entities. Next week we'll cover ravines.
Yeah, lower elevation. Holy shit.
Whoa.
No, we understand.
Valleys. What are those?
No, you don't, because if you go down more than 3 feet, you hit water.
Yeah. See, we obviously understand. There's water at the bottom of a lower elevation.
Yes, there is. There's water directly underneath us at all times. Anyway,
We've all walked down the shore of a beach.
assumedly. Okay, so you guys are just about to the epicenter, and I want you to guess what I want you to do.
Perception?
No,
Investigation.
no.
Wisdom save.
One more. No. One more nature check,
Oh.
and by one more I mean perhaps 2.
Just them or everybody?
It was,
Nature.
Because you guys are
survival.
not far behind.
Nature or survival?
Survival.
Sweet. Oh, poo. Survival check.
Me too?
Yeah.
Everybody.
11.
Also 11.
also
Sweet.
11.
14.
All right.
Way to break
go.
the streak.
Way to bring it.
That was a lot of pressure.
Then we caught up because you pulled it.
So, both of you guys, both groups, are going to come into this. It's hard to say it's a clearing, but it's more like a moat of wreathing and living vines that's kind of twisting its way around this absolutely massive structure built out of, like, it's hard to see it through all of, like, the foliage, but it kind of looks like the thickest and the thickest tree. Fuck you! It's the thickest tree you've ever seen in your life. God damn it! But it's not like shooting up into the air. It's more like a dome.
It kind of twists to the left.
Does it? You tell me. I don't know. Y'all suck. Anyway,
We love you too.
but the moat of wreathing vines in question is about the width of 2 football fields. Like, it is a massive ravine filled with vines.
Okay, there's a ravine that's filled with vines and something rising
moat.
up.
It's like a moat of vines.
Okay.
And then a
Lieutenant, do you see any way across?
if you wanted to have it described, it's like a castle but made of woods
Really
and
Yes.
thick vines that can be like moved across.
I'm picturing more of like
There's a
chain
lot
Not by
fancy
Hoagie,
horse.
perhaps.
the vines are they're thick. They're, like,
Yeah.
you've seen the vines
Yeah.
in the
Probably thorny too, I'm guessing, or maybe under close to
you would have to
close to
discover
close,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we see them at all, or are they on the other side?
You guys are on the exact opposite sides of each other,
Mm.
so you do not see each
So
other.
they don't exist. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna keep making our way towards the.
Same.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
approach the moat of vines.
Okay.
What does our guide say about the moat of vines?
He kind of like looks at it like, like you can see him kind of like inspecting around the edge of the moat.
Have you been here before?
Yeah, I've been here a couple times. It's a bit more lively than it usually is, and he kind of like takes a stone that is like being gripped by vegetation and kind of like rips it out and throws it into the moat of vine, and you can see like about 10 yards into it, a vine comes in, like grips it, crushes it, and like pulls it back
See,
down.
that's what we brought here right there. If
So-
there was some other saps that were trying to do the same thing, they'd probably run right into it.
Yeah, we should not walk through the vines then.
Doesn't seem like it.
Is there a way in that you know of?
No, it's usually dormant. Something must have happened in the past. Last time I was here was 4 or 5 months ago, so pretty much anything could have happened in that time.
Are
But
they?
you-
Or do we think they're like really sentient vines? I asked the guide.
Wyneth kind of like looks at them, It's like, it's possible. However, I think someone's doing this. I think this is the doing of some kind of magic. You don't, like, granted, the jungle's wild and untamed and usually grows supernaturally fast, but I've never seen it quite so active.
Alright. Well, is there a drawbridge or anything? Something that crosses it?
We're gonna have to find it. Like, this is,
Yeah.
it is massive, and it's going like around this large structure. So you haven't seen anything quite yet.
Guess we start doing the circle.
How wide is the thing? The moat?
200 yards.
Oh, never mind.
2 football fields, shit.
It's pretty far.
Yes. It's like freaking Rings of Saturn looking.
Definitely more than 30 feet, though.
Oh yes.
What's your name again, friend?
Waynarth is the name.
Waynarth. Are you a magical type, martial type? How do you fancy yourself?
I'm more of the martial type myself, but
Same.
I got a little bit of magic in me. We'll see what I can conjure up.
Alright.
And you see him kind of like crouch down. He kind of like slides his hand along the edge, and like you can see him kind of like touching one of the vines, just very gently. And it doesn't seem to react from him touching it. So you hear him say a little bit of an incantation. You hear him speak in a language you don't understand. Has a conversation for a little bit, and if you guys wanted to do anything specific, let me know in this meantime.
We're kind of just looking for any means across. It's like we're just kind of analyzing and like seeing if there's any kind of bridges, any kind of crossings. Like I don't really see. I mean, those vines look sturdy enough. Do you think we can cross on them?
Seems a bit too convenient, sir.
He's gonna kind of like shoot off a firebolt at one of the vines and see what happens.
Literally nothing happens.
No.
Like, it doesn't even singe it.
That doesn't sit right with me, sir.
I mean, it could just be that it's too thick to.
It's never too thick.
Go to bed.
Come on.
It's not too late.
I guess we'll look around and see if we can find anything.
Okay, so you guys are making your way around.
Yeah.
After about 10 minutes of you walking, you do see something. It's those two. And a third person who's kind of crouched down. And this is far away. Like, you can. The only reason you can tell it's a person is because it's not green. It's not like a forest, and it sticks out because that's all that there is. What are you guys wearing? Like, how much do you blend in with this particular environment?
Oh, not at all.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, not at all.
No.
I mean, we don't really either.
All sorts of.
Well, I guess.
I know where.
Well, he's also 8'9", 900 pounds.
I'm tiny, but I'm wearing like bright red.
Yeah,
and
we're like a vest.
blue and shit.
Right.
Crop top vest.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
So you're not especially
What?
hard
Crop
to
top vest.
to see.
This is not what I drew in.
Well, I mean, that's what I pictured.
What is your reaction to seeing them?
Like, oh,
I mean,
Looks like those are company, sir.
You two make a perception check.
yeah.
who are they
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
No.
with? Oh, Lord of mercy.
All right, so both parties are now aware of each other. You all point at each other like the Spider-Man meme.
Those Navy fucks over there.
Not
Remember.
playing the game.
Yep, that's him.
Remember.
I remember those digits.
I remember those digits. I look forward to when they're off.
Your uncle is important,
I mean, he is. He's also
Yeah.
an asshole with us.
and we're here sightseeing.
How far would you say they are?
They're probably a good ways away. Like you guys are like walking over there. There's really nowhere else to go, unless you don't want to approach them.
Hey, you fuckers! What you doing?
Oh, why?
We could just walk up to them. You don't gotta shout.
I just thought it'd be better.
Oh, just hanging out. What are you doing here on a military operations site?
When you yell "a fucker," Waynoth kind of like jumps, and you see like a ripple go off of the vines as he's like trying to like communicate with them.
Oh, you keep doing your thing. I'm just gonna go deal with these fuckers.
Oh, that is interesting. Don't start a fight. It looks like they've got somebody that can communicate with the vines in a meaningful way.
Hey, you here for a fight or what the fuck's up?
Nobody's here for a fight.
Come on.
Fight or a fuck, that's what I always say.
Well, then let's go for the fuck. 'Cause fighting is
practically
not
asking
what
you
we
to
should
fight.
do. You don't
Sir, I'm
fight
under the impression that he's
Nagel.
also asking you to fuck him.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Nor could be the last, sir.
You don't fight
He, like, kinda,
military
like-
personnel.
Passes his hand through his hair. I am dashing. So how do we proceed then?
You're gonna have to come to me. I got a guy working over here. You just gotta come on. I don't got all day.
We've got sandwiches.
I do have hoagies.
I don't want a sandwich.
Suit yourself then, sir. Good afternoon. How are you, folks?
I was
Like-
really cordial for her. Navy fucker.
I'm glad you think so. I think that we can become on friendly terms here. I heard you have sandwiches.
Yes, I do. You want one?
Yes, please.
There we go.
Thank you.
Hold on.
That one's venison.
Venison.
Oh,
I
Does
love
that one
venison.
give temporary hit points or no?
no.
So you're gonna lecture me about jumping into vines, but not about a random sandwich from
I give
a
you
man
my
who's-
word, it's perfectly fine.
I'm
It's
good.
delightful.
What is your word worth?
So very much.
Who do you represent?
As you ask that, you kind of see another ripple through the vines as Waynoth kind of stands up, cracks his neck. He's like, "All right, let's see if that works." And as he says, "Let's see if that works," you see the vines kind of like broil and wrap in on themselves and rise gently in an archway. And there's a bridge towards the central structure.
Well, aren't
Boy.
you just
Big boy.
earning your money
He's a good
today?
big boy.
They're fairly cordial considering. Oddly so.
Are you with them?
I mean, not like
Well,
with us, but yeah.
I mean, we haven't established the details yet of the payment, but
Their gold is with me. If that answers your question.
That answers it well enough.
won't you?
Speaking of which, Navy man and respectable looking woman, I guess. I don't know.
It's a
These
pleasure to meet you. I'm Lieutenant Dietrich.
I would really call that more of a royal blue, though, not navy.
It's funny that way, isn't it?
no response to that. Waynarth, you can call me. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
I got it last one.
The nicest persons have been on this rock in probably years.
I find that being cordial.
I've been the nicest person on this rock, motherfucker.
I'd like to think I'm nice.
I think when you end the sentence with motherfucker,
It's a
you're
term of
not
endearment.
really
You know
cordial.
that.
Well,
I
at
find
least
being
I know
cordial goes
that.
a long way.
It does,
But I also hate your mother.
unfortunately, it doesn't go any farther for you. If you want to continue your little trek, I'm going to need some payment as well. Or you can find your own way across the moat.
Man knows business.
I would pay
How would
him.
you like to proceed, Captain?
And he kind of like looks towards the
I'm sure
The
respectable
brotherhood.
gentlemen like you probably have plenty of money to pay the man.
the Bach. He kind of like gestures for you guys to cross the.
Yeah, we're
moat.
gonna.
We're just gonna go on ahead. You decide if you're gonna join us.
Finn will just like reluctantly like pull out like, or he's gonna be like, "What's your price?"
Kind of like looks you up and down. It's a good question there.
Pretty sure it's like 30, 50 gold.
You say that?
Yeah.
I like the sound of that. 50 gold.
Which I'm hoping was more than he was going to ask for, just to fuck them over and make him think that I'm on his side.
50 gold's worth exploration, don't you think?
You sure you can't do 30?
I guess I should.
18. Seemed like a
40.
reasonable guy.
40. Split the difference.
35, so it feels like I won.
Alright, uniform.
So
I suppose it wasn't anything I wasn't doing anyway.
I try to get ahead of everybody by going across the bridge while they're trying to sort themselves out.
I'm just gonna keep talking. What are you Navy blokes doing here?
Surveying.
You on your mission then?
Certainly.
We're after some kind of fucking object.
Are you now?
Yeah, some oblong. I lost the picture.
He's also very wrong. It's like a pyramid
That's very
shape,
interesting.
and it's really big and chunky.
I wasn't aware of any oblong object.
Just a big
I know.
hard stone thing.
We're here on a routine botany survey.
Really? You didn't look like you knew what you were doing
Fucking
this line.
deception check.
For
Natural
me
20.
as well, or no?
Natural 4!
Oh, I got a 3 plus probably 0. Oh no, I'm really good
I
at
was just close to
deception.
giving you disadvantage, but I'm not going
I got a whole 9 on my deception check.
What are your guys' wisdom scores?
My wisdom's a 12.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to penalize you for rolling a natural 20,
Yeah.
so that's fine.
Appreciate it.
Alright, yeah, so you're here for botany. We're here for objects. So you guys just stay with the plants, you leave the objects to us. We'll be fine.
Certainly, if we see any objects, we'll let you know.
And if we see any, we just won't let you know.
Fair enough.
Do I see any objects
Not meant to
now
be
that
fair.
I've crossed the
We are
bridge?
just here for botany.
It's interesting. You cross the bridge and you approach what you would assume would be a door, but it's, again, constructed out of vines and wood. And it almost doesn't look like there's a crease for it to open, but there is a handle.
Did you guys run into the giant?
A giant.
The what?
There's a giant. I paid him in sandwiches.
Smells pretty good sandwiches.
They are.
His had horse meat in it, but yours has the venison.
Stop telling people about the horse
Feeling funny
meat.
at all.
No, sir.
I didn't tell them about the
Feeling
horse meat. I
not
just said it was
hungry.
venison.
Are we opening the door or not? Because there's like a handle that I could grab.
Oh, do you have a handle on this?
I take that as a yes, and I try to open the door by gently tugging on the handle.
Alright,
Wouldn't want to tug too
make
hard.
a strength
first.
save.
You say I'm bad?
As the vines on the door
Just
kind of
respect.
like reach out and grip onto your hand.
This is going well. Okay, you can roll a really, really, really
You just
good.
rolling your mat, huh?
Well, not that 20.
I live with her.
Holy crap!
Wow! What is happening?
Fuck me! That's an 8.
Okay, so you kind of like grab the handle, and the handle gets sucked into the wood of the structure, and you're kind of like stuck in there.
Hoagie!
I gotcha. Let me just pull your hand out. Athletics.
You're trying to. Let's make an athletics check.
17, but I have advantage on these. Yeah, because I'm a gift. So even better, that is a 26.
Yeah, 26. Basically, you're kind of pulling on it for a second, just to kind of like test it out. Kind of like, and you just kind of like plant your back foot and just kick through the wood, and it splinters and breaks, and your hand is freed. But as you do that, you kind of have to like, you like fall backwards, and you can see like the vines kind of like reach out to try and grab your foot. Doesn't quite make it, and they kind of like come back, fall onto the wood, and the wood, you can see the big large dent that you just made is like crackling over and being covered. So it looks exactly as it did before she grabbed the handle.
Y'all good?
Is your arm alright?
Yeah, it is now.
Also, now that you've done that, the ground starts to shake a bit.
Well, shite.
You guys kind of look around. You don't see anything.
The guy's still here?
The guide kind of like looks at you all like, you guys need to be more careful.
You think you can talk the door into opening?
What was that?
Gods no. And he kind of like looks at the door. He kind of like looks around and like this tries to look up into the top of the structure, but it's covered in absolutely just mountains of foliage. So he kind of like looks over it, and you see him kind of like touch the door, not the handle, just like trying to find like a crease, and he's just kind of like, I don't know what this is.
Is anybody home?
You see him kind of like the green glow of his hand as he like kind of touches the wood of the bark of the wood, and he kind of like, you see him like kind of like close his eyes. And he speaks in a language you don't understand. He's like basically speaking with plants.
Yeah.
And he kind of like cocks his head. And then he pulls back. Well, they don't seem to like it. They don't seem to like you very much.
The plants?
Yeah. They, said it was rather rude to just grab them.
I'm so sorry. I very much apologize.
That sounds fake.
It's not the. I mean, it's a door. How else do you open a door? But I am sorry, Mr. Plantman, for assuming that you were a door.
He goes back. He goes back to the plant. The spell is still going. You hear him speaking, and as he's speaking, the door suddenly like kind of shifts, and you see the seam open up as well, and the door opens, and inside this tree is an absolutely massive chamber. Like the entirety of the structure is hollowed out, and through it you can see with rays of light going in through which you would almost assume to be painted glass or colored glass, like in a temple style. You see the object of which you have been tasked to find. It sits atop a wooden pedestal that is growing from the wood on the ground on the floor and just gently glinting in the light. This delicate looking Fabergé oblong sphere, or this oblong shape. However, it is large. Like it is, I almost want to say like 5 feet tall and appropriately wide.
I'm not 5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, looks like I'll be carrying this one. You guys just stick with the plants, so I'll be taking the object. I'll walk up to the object.
Very interesting. Do you think this botany does it by itself?
The roses certainly are in bulbous this year. Perhaps we have to trim the leaves.
Not quite, sir. Let's take notes.
I'll get out my sketch pad.
Okay.
You just pull that.
I have no rolls for you to make on that.
I'm grabbing the egg.
You're just gonna grab it?
It's nothing awfully.
Is there anything else sparkly in the room?
Before we do that, we're gonna make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, this is what I'm good at.
Sweet.
We're not. I shouldn't say wait. I should say Hogarth.
Rogues.
Okay.
I don't think that's your strong suit.
Well, I'll have you know that I rolled a 2 + 1.
I'll have you know.
I don't know. It's weird. Like you touched the strange object, and you think about how good this is going to be for you, and then your mind kind of wanders. Just an open field. You're kind of looking at the sky, kind of enjoying it, and your mind just kind of wanders, and you stand there for a good few minutes before anything really happens. And it doesn't matter who's talking to you, it doesn't matter what they do, you're just kind of in your own little world. What do the rest of you do?
I'm going to notice, and I'm going to say to Finn, I'm going to be like, sir, there seems to be something interesting about this room. Do you see it?
He's gonna look over, and he's gonna say, like, daisies. I didn't notice them before. It's just kind of looking over at, like, Hoagie and all what's happening.
Okay. So, if no one else tries to do anything else, it goes by a couple minutes, and then you snap to.
Oh, good. I was gonna attack him to make him snap out of it, but nope, not doing that.
And now what do you do?
That was weird.
Are you okay?
I think I just had like an out-of-body experience, if I'm being honest. I think it might have been that sandwich I had.
I really don't think it was the sandwich.
Oh no, I'm gonna go grab the egg.
No!
Make a wisdom saving throw!
Can I make a dex check to stop
let
him?
me try. Hold on, let me roll.
Here's the question. Even if you had the dex save to stop him, could you actually stop him?
I mean, he'd listen to me, right? Because he loves me?
I mean, that has something to do with a dexterity saving throw. That's just up to him.
So he wouldn't, like, push past me. He'd stop when I jump in front of him.
Decent.
What'd you roll? 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it not increase every time he fails in it?
No, not this time.
Oh, that's polite.
Mostly because that would imply that the entire campaign would come to a standstill forever. But, no, this time you have, like, the slightest... Like, you think about the meadow as well, again. You're like, oh yeah, that's, like, butterflies fly in front of you. A horse trots by and you almost try and take a bite out of it. But this time you do it, and you have the object in your hand. And it's light. It's like weirdly light.
Like all of it? It's weirdly light. What's wrong?
Is he actually holding something?
Yeah, he is holding a absolute. He's like this, like he's holding the thing.
Yeah, I got it. Alright. Well, it was a pleasure meeting y'all. We'll just be on the way. Tell the Navy I said fuck you, and that sounds good to me.
The Navy certainly sends their regards.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear a loud rustling outside, and the doors, you look, have closed themselves. And you hear just like this rustling that gets louder and louder and louder.
It's too easy.
Where did you find
Yeah,
our
I
guy?
think it made it mad.
What was that?
Where did you
Is the
find
guide
our
in
guy?
here with us?
Guide's there.
Okay.
Oh, he's just from the town.
Yeah. He even has a sign.
Did you
It
tell
was
the
like
doors to
all
close?
guides and...
I didn't say anything.
Did you guys? You guys are the botanists.
Well, that's why we're studying it. We don't know anything
This
about it.
is an anomaly. We're This is unlike what we typically.
Have ever seen. Never seen.
Yeah.
This
That's why
before.
they sent us.
That's not a lie.
I didn't say anything.
Is there anything else sparkly in the room?
I mean, the whole room is kind of sparkling, but there's nothing in the room that you can kind of see. There's a lot of like, if you, well, here, make an investigation check. Let me before I start saying what's in the room.
3.
Yeah.
It just kind of looks like what you would imagine a hollowed out log to be,
Oh.
but like if they had painted windows or painted glass windows, like with rays coming down. Like it's just kind of looks like a nature temple.
Hmm.
I'm gonna use divine sense.
To sense.
Yeah, just sense what.
That's
What class are you?
Heart.
Sorcerer.
Sorkiden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so you're looking for fiend what is it?
Celestial, undead, within 60 feet, not behind cover.
Nope. You don't sense anything like that.
Does it not include Fae?
No.
Just celestial feet undead.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. There must be a.
Which actually, that is interesting
Oh, wait.
because you'd think that in the detecting good and
The
evil
faces
they
of
would
the dead.
Well, I know
lump Flash
Flash.
Fae in there, but I don't know.
Fae aren't good or evil.
I think
But-
maybe my paladin can sense Fae, but that's because it's a Fae-based oath. Anyway.
Fae are neutral. They're just chaotic.
Chaotic as fuck.
I'm gonna try.
I mean, they have
to-
their own laws. It's hard to say.
Can I try to elucidate what is rustling outside?
Absolutely. Make an insight check.
Inside. Rough.
So you didn't sense any celestials?
That's a 10.
Could be anything, really.
What?
Could just be the leaves of the very large tree that you just entered. As you guys take this time, the rustling gets louder and the earth starts to rumble a bit.
I don't think it's leaves.
Now you know it's not leaves.
religious assholes.
Hey, hold on now. The All-Father's not too bad.
I mean, as a person, sure.
Do I remember any warnings from the dossier that said that would say anything to this effect? Or,
Dangerous flora.
yeah, I guess it just falls under a lump, like dangerous flora.
There's nothing specific. Like, you didn't expect to find a moat. You did not expect to find a temple. All you knew was that the best suspected object, the best suspected location of that object was in the epicenter of the cyclone of forest.
Okay.
Hey, guide. You frequent this area, don't you?
More than most, I guess.
This dude.
Yeah.
Like most spirit pieces.
He's kind of like alarmed.
Okay.
Like he's not. Like he says like the snarky thing because you're asking a question that's kind of like. There's really no way to answer it. Like, yeah, I'm the guide, sure, but like. He's already said that he hasn't seen the moat. He hasn't seen this kind of vitality to plants and to like this area.
Yeah, but he's still
He also-
talking to plants.
He has the ability to talk to plants, yeah, but he hasn't thought to do that at the moment. I think he's freaking out a little bit.
Is Hoagie?
And by I think I mean that's what I'm saying what he is doing.
Is Hoagie pulling the egg further away from the temple?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh no, I was walking towards the door,
Okay.
but the door's closed, so.
Well, okay.
Did you want to try talking to the plants again?
Oh right. And he kind of like puts his hand to the door, and he kind of like focuses, and he kind of looks at the three of you, and he kind of smiles as like his skin turns green, and he kind of absorbs himself into the tree.
Fuck
Oh,
her!
I fucking knew it.
Fuck her!
I fucking knew it. I made eye contact with you, and I'm like, there's no way he's gonna.
Sorry,
fucking
did
give
the
it
door
me.
just kill our guide?
No,
I
he's
think
one
our
of those
guide-
fuckers.
Gave us the old bait and switch, my friend.
Friends already?
Well, I mean, we've got a common enemy now.
It is a bit of a reach, Lieutenant.
Yeah, jeez. See?
Don't tell me
This
what
guy,
to reach for.
this guy gets it.
Common enemies make friends.
So just to be clear, you guys paid him. We
Did I?
never,
We
She
don't
had
have to
like-
pay
we
him
never-
now. Were we planning to pay him?
He wouldn't have let you off if you didn't pay him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yes, we did.
we never paid him.
Were we planning to pay him?
We were waiting till it was done. So I guess
was
he liked us.
I was planning to leave without pay.
well, I was planning on killing him.
Oh! That's one option, I suppose.
Oh, you should know.
And
reason
by
works.
kill, you mean leave him high
Oh
and
yeah, I would
dry.
never. Murder is such a bad thing. Yeah. Hi.
The tree seems to get smaller.
Well, this is not good.
And not like smaller, but like the inside starts to grow inward and fill in.
Should we attack the plants? Since they're not coming down anytime soon.
Finn's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot a. Let's try another firebolt. Just see what happens.
Make an attack.
It flail snails right back at you.
10.
Flail snails.
You shoot. Where do you shoot the firebolt? Like, explain what's happening.
Oh, he's just gonna like as the room's closing in, he's gonna shoot it at one of like the vines or tendrils or something that's like.
The bark opens up, and you can see outside for just long enough for the firebolt to pass through, and then it closes back up again.
Well, that's curious. I think.
Continues to grow inward.
That might be our way out. And so, Finn's gonna like ask everyone to he's like, gather behind me, quick. And he's like gonna have everyone line up, file over to that area he shot at, and he's gonna just like put his hands out and cast like burning hands.
Okay.
Does RoY try to stop him from doing this?
No. I mean,
As you
he's
do
well
that-
drawn and shit, but like,
You see the burning hands go down, and like as you do so, large amounts of vines stack up on themselves and block from hitting the bark of the tree.
Well, it can open like a weird void if that would work the same way. I mean, it'd be a little bit more permanent damage, turn after turn after time, We'd have to cross through it, of course, which wouldn't be great,
A
but...
little bit smaller now.
sounds like a plan.
I cast Hunger of Hadar centered on the wall of the tree to try to get it to, die away so we can pass through the Hunger of Hadar.
I cast bonfire next to it.
It does seem to decay the wood. But each time there's it kind of rots away, it kind of grows back. And you can see for just a few moments light going through. So it is working slowly.
Is it enough time to see the light for us to, run out?
Is it?
We could try running through.
I'll do another burning hands on it while that's happening.
Okay. Now the wood seems to be on fire. But especially the rotting wood that is being affected by the spell. So now it's on fire.
But honestly, you can't see much of it because it's dark.
Well, it's not dark now because it's still on fire.
It's magical darkness.
Oh, Hunger of Hadar is?
Yeah.
Okay.
No light.
Well, then you can't
magical.
see anything. Well, then if there's no light, then you don't see light through it. No, that's my
That's
mistake.
true. Can I see in it? I don't even know. If I cast the spell?
In that case, all you can kind of see is, or all you can do is hear that there is that kind of sludge-like sound, but you also hear the telltale signs that you heard when the giant cleared away the wood as it was trying to grow back. It was like crackling of bark.
So because I cast it, can I see through it or no?
No.
Sweet.
You have your double sight.
Yeah.
You would need some way to do so.
I don't have that.
Okay.
So we could take our chances.
What's this egg?
We may have to put the egg back.
It's really not a good option.
What is it?
Well, it's ours now.
Oh yeah, it's just part of the gig, you know.
Are we running through?
Yeah, I'm going through.
You're gonna run headlong in so that you can just smash through it real quick?
Yeah, I'm a give.
Do it. I'll
Okay.
run.
Make a athletics check.
Okay. And I want to dart really quickly behind him. Bad? Good? Who?
26.
26. Okay.
Can I dart quickly behind him?
Sure. Absolutely, you can.
Listen, I don't need to wait.
Ah.
What happens when Hoagie runs breakneck speed right at the side of the tree? You just go. You're running towards the Hunger of Hadar.
Yeah.
Wherever the fucking opening was, yeah.
Okay. Well, you didn't know there was an opening. But
Yes.
Just straight to the
right
big
before you
circle.
get to the thing when you're about to
opens
crash
an
into the tree, it opens up, and you kind of fall, and you lay flat on your ass, and then the friggin' egg pops in the air and just kind of like, and it's light, so it's fine. And you hear like, mortals are so much fun.
That was good, right?
As you kind of see the transformed Waynarth kind of hanging upside down from his knees from one of the branches of the tree. And you are
The
right
little
behind
elf
him.
is right behind.
And right behind it, her,
Right-
or
yeah.
no.
Right- Yeah, like, so,
Yeah,
and, like,
her is perfectly fine.
are you guys literally right behind it? Or?
Oh, literally.
Finn
I did
Finn
not
doesn't
wait.
miss a beat. Sees Raleigh going.
Alright, so you all kind of tumble over each other then.
Yeah.
And you look up and you see him laughing. He's like, that was pretty good though, I got you guys. I got you guys were pretty scared, yeah?
I wouldn't say scared, but I was, my tailbone hurts.
I got you pretty good on that one too. That was just a bonus, really.
Yeah,
You're a little claustrophobic.
Yeah.
There's a moment where she's kind of just staring at you blank face, and then she goes, "Pretty good."
Right?
Fucker.
We've been waiting for a long time for someone to come for that thing.
Oh, well, that's cool. I'll be on my way, so...
Yes,
I don't think you should go anywhere quite yet. And like as he says that, the sun is blotted out. And you hear the rustling still of the, now you realize, the vines, because the vines that were surrounding the structure are now gone.
Hmm.
But you look up and you see the finishing form of a large humanoid creature, its head finally being completed by the vines that have been the moat around this particular structure. And as it finishes, you see vine-like hair fall down to about this figure's
The chest
mid-torso, just the chest. And this massive figure kind of like leans down, and you can hear like the creaking of wood and the rustle of vines as this colossal female form looks down on you. And she speaks in a tongue that you don't understand.
Is it primordial?
Oi, is
Well,
this...
I don't
this
speak
big boy
primordial.
yours?
I just hazarding a guess.
It is celestial, though.
Oh,
I don't
Celestial.
speak Celestial.
So you you can hear in this deep rumbling that there's no way for it not to be.
Yeah.
Do I recognize it as celestial? Because I know Hoagie speaks it. Like, I don't understand it.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
For sure.
That's not bad.
18 plus that. 18.
You know it's celestial. It's like, oh yeah, I've heard that
Oh, he speaks
that parlance before.
Yeah.
So
Fuckers.
what she says is, Welcome, champions. In a much more deep voice than I just said, but we've been waiting for someone to take the seed. I hope you understand exactly what you've been tasked with.
Did the Allfather send you?
Odin has his machinations, but this is higher than he is.
That's tough shit, though.
It's higher than any of us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Yord, and I tend...
I'm Hoagie.
Well met.
Pathetic.
I am tasked with caring for the saplings of the world tree.
Do you want a sandwich?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, not just laughing.
She kind of like laughs like, do your friends not speak my tongue? And she kind of like looks to the other three.
As far as they-
What are you guys doing in this situation?
I'm
Things like-
watching intently as this giant plant woman is going.
He's like kind of, just, not exactly
Do
sure.
any of you guys speak Celestial? I know they don't.
Is that what she's speaking?
Yeah?
No.
Will you?
I'm not versed in Celestial.
Okay. Yeah. These fuckers have no idea what you're saying. We're not really friends yet.
Waynarth, please.
He wouldn't eat my sandwich. I'm not judging you for it.
Translate for our guests. He's just like, if I have to. She's saying that you guys have been chosen.
Chosen for what?
What?
Chosen by whom?
To carry the seed?
Not a fucking game.
I beg your pardon.
That's what I heard. Something about we got the seed, we gotta distribute the seed.
Oh, I
carry
mean,
the
I
seed.
like your seed and all, but come on.
No, that's what she's saying. Come on.
I don't know how much you guys know of the gods.
Any of you guys religious thoughts?
Probably a decent amount, right? Like
Yeah, make a.
I know I
make
said
a-
something about it in session 0, but that was a month ago.
Yeah, that's fine. Make a history check.
So I
Mary, make a
definitely, I definitely know about two very specific gods,
Allfather.
and vaguely about his god,
Odin and the Raven Queen and
Corellin, I think.
Corellin.
Corellian. Okay.
Light.
So
Ironically,
I don't know if I know anything about this guy.
Or unironically, Raleigh has also got a history, so 7.
7, okay.
17.
17. He says, well, have you ever guys heard of the goddess Yord? And you have heard of this person. She's a god of nature and a god of the earth and a god of birth, essentially. Like,
Oh.
new life.
He's gonna kind of like look and be like, "Oh, Yord, well met."
And she'll kind of like bow gently. It's like little bits of like twigs and things fall from her. Like, she kind of like I'm gonna translate through Waynarth now. So he's like,
Yeah.
You've been tasked with a great honor. And make sure you keep this on the down low, but we're gonna need you to bring this to Odin.
Oh, I'm already down. I got it. Let's get that right. They're not really here for that. They're just for botany.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably not the champions. I'm your champion.
Well, it's a good thing you're the one that can carry that thing then, because
Shoulders, yeah. Tries.
yeah, a big boy, as you say.
Well, you're asking us to partner with them.
Did you guys not come here together?
No, that
I thought you guys
Aren't
blew
you-
my leg.
Aren't
I
you
don't know
supposed to
who-
be all knowing and shit?
Me? I'm just a forest sprite lady.
Oh,
I was
you
just
know
here.
nothing
My
about the
task was
gods.
to get somebody here to take this seed and give them a quest.
hey, we'll take the seed. We'll spread the seed. I got you.
You really do like spreading your seed, don't
I'm
you?
just saying. So, you Navy fucks.
You Navy fucks.
You guys are just botting this. You sure you guys want to join in on this?
This is our mission. Nope, it's not our mission.
It's our mission from Yord.
It's our mission from Yord.
Okay, insight check that. That little slip.
Is that a thing that you want to continue and make canon? That was a slip? Sure, go ahead.
I hate you.
4.
Are we supposed to turn down a mission from the gods?
Yes.
I mean, we are botanists after all.
Almost fucking always.
When she's right in front of our face.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Absolutely.
When the goddess wants us to spread seed, we spread seed.
I agree.
Whatever you want.
So, Jordan,
Yes.
why do you want us to deliver to our father?
Because it is his duty to oversee such things. And it is my duty to oversee my domain. And in order to facilitate this, we must enlist champions.
That's fine, no, but my company, they've tasked me with bringing this back to them. It won't be right for me to turn
I
my
think
back
you'll
on them.
find that quite impossible for you.
Can we get like a duplicate to give them?
Yeah, just something that...
I'm pretty sure they only want it for the money.
Oh, I don't think anyone wants this for money. I think someone would want this for more nefarious purposes. That may be what they're offering you.
I make eye contact with Finn. But I don't see him.
Alright.
And again, even if you were so inclined, you'll find it quite impossible.
Okay. No, I mean, you're the goddess and all. I mean, what the fuck do I know?
You've already failed the wisdom save, so I need the three of you to make one as well.
Okay.
12.
14.
You've all failed the wisdom saving throw. I'm not going to tell you what exactly that means, but I will say this. It has an effect on you.
We have all failed an ominous wisdom save.
Alright, so... we gotta take this to Allfather,
Mm-hmm.
because we all know his location at the end of the days.
Please elaborate.
I have no idea where the fuck he is. I guess my question to you is, what kind of payment do we get for being champions? I mean, I'm a devout Allfatherian, but, you know,
Oh, Father.
this life, it requires payment.
And she kind of like laughs.
And I'm not quite so devout, so, you know, money.
and
money
me, I am
works
the
for me.
highest of devout.
I believe this particular quest will be its own reward for you.
Is this one of those, like, you'll
So
die and that'll
that's
make you happy kind of things? Because I gotta be honest,
I
all of
have-
my family died. I'm not a big fan.
I have no wish for you to die.
Okay, that's good. That's a good start.
This is not
An employer
benefit
who cares about that. It's more than we
It's-
can say about ours.
against my principles
care.
to send people to their deaths. However,
It's better than
sometimes
the Raven Queen and Corelli.
sometimes things have to be done, and people have to do them. And this time, these people are you.
Oh,
How far away are we from, like, Odin's domain?
You don't know.
Oh,
Where do we go? How do we find this? Is that part of the mission?
Did my parents teach me
Very
about
clever.
the gods' domains?
Odin is a fickle god. Finding him will not be easy. Another reason why I cannot abandon my post to search for him.
Is this your post right here?
For now. The cosmos beckons me where it will, and should another sapling seed start to sprout, you will find me there as well. But I believe you will not be quite so alive at that time.
See. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Not the longest of lifespans for my kind.
Don't say that.
Even elves would find this a rare occurrence.
Alright, so, that makes sense, in the way that it doesn't, kind of way.
Waynoth kind of laughs at that.
You guys got any questions? I feel like I'm asking all the dumb questions.
You're the only ones that can speak to her, so yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, I really don't have any questions.
Do we
for
have anywhere to start?
sanctimonious assholes.
I would start, and Waynoth will say, like, she says that if she were you, she would ask the people who are asking for this particular object because it's not exactly common knowledge. And if they know where to find this, chances are they've got good tabs on other higher beings.
That's fair, that's fair. Maybe some boons, items, something that we could take as a, a gift of gratitude for taking on this
Make
mission.
a persuasion check.
Fuck.
Yeah, you should really support him. Otherwise, how are we going to do your bidding?
You have proven yourself more than capable.
Can he get advantage for the help?
Okay, I just
Can
want
I
to
roll
say I'm
instead?
a -2. I got a 16.
Not quite.
Yeah.
There was really no way for you to do that.
That's fair.
I was just like, if you get a natural 20, I maybe, but like that's really all of it. But yeah, no, she says that she finds you more than capable.
No, that's I appreciate the support. Let's get that right.
I'm calling it the Fabergé seed in my notes.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that you know that's after this? Like people we might find along the way that are resistance?
I can think of many individuals who would have interest in a sapling of Yggdrasil.
Oh, fuck, that's what this is.
She said that like 3 times, yeah.
Intelligence of 10.
I know.
Alright.
As for specifics, no.
Okay, that's fine.
The denizens of Niflheim, perhaps.
That sounds ominous.
But no, I think you all have been given just enough information to continue on your quest.
Are you guys friends with Thor? You guys best brothers? Or?
She kind of like rolls her eyes.
Not a fan, huh?
The God of Thunder is a bit too
Pretentious?
brash for me.
I'll take that. Oof. Sounds what describe me.
Oh, you're never too brash. You're perfect.
He has his
Big hammer.
methods,
You've got a big
and I
hammer.
have mine.
Y'all need to go to bed. I'm trying to play D&D. You're all fucking horny on me.
So, you guys have been given your quest.
Fuck.
Take the seed of Yggdrasil and find Odin. How do you guys separate? Do you guys separate? What are your actions afterwards? As when Jord kind of decides that she's given all that she can, you see her kind of slowly resume her form of a moat of vines. But this time there is a very nice ornate bridge allowing you access, or egress as it is.
Wait, what do you need the money for? He took our money.
Oh, I was fucking with you.
Can I have it back?
No. It's mine.
What do you need it for?
I still have to go into like freaking town and buy shit from you shitheads. You guys don't like. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you go up into most of you mortals and say, "I'm a sprite from the forest, give me free shit," you don't usually do it.
So you know who the giant was after all?
Yeah, it was Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Frank.
Okay. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
What does he usually do? Just kind of go through the forest?
He was there to scare you.
Oh, okay. You know, he was pretty scary.
You guys handled it pretty well. I was impressed.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah. You all have fun. I like it. I knew we found the right guide, huh?
I don't know, he seems almost as awful as his sanctimonious mistress.
No, I think both of them are great. Yeah. Real, like, no idea what the fuck they're saying kind of thing, you know, it's a good gimmick.
Yeah, talking in riddles is not really my thing.
No, I think it really confuses me, so it works.
Did you just admit to being bad at riddles? Use
See,
that as a
that's-
positive trait.
It's not a secret.
You see the best in everyone, and I love that about you, but...
Yeah.
God.
Plus that Frank, you know, he loved the hoagies. He ate 2 of them.
Well, I like Frank.
Yeah. You think he spells it with a PH?
He absolutely spells it with a PH. I think we should invite Frank along with us.
Yeah.
I
Hey, do you guys got a ship?
Fine.
Well, of course you got a ship. We saw you on a ship.
Well, this time, as Waynorth kind of guides you back towards the port where you guys were docked, he also, this time when he's going to guide you to that location as well. He's like, trust me, I've got you. And he, like, this time as you guys are walking through, the forest just spreads for you.
Yeah, of course it is.
It just clears itself out of the way as Waynorth kind of guides you back to the port.
I'm not surprised.
Where you find your dinghy. And also the Spelljammer ship that you guys have chartered. This didn't take nearly as long as anyone was anticipating. But now that you guys are back at the outpost, I think that's a good time to end it. And you guys can decide what you guys want to do for next session of Roots of Yggdrasil. So, with that, thank you for watching the first episode. It was a bit of a twist in turns. I wanted to kind of see what everyone was going to do, how everyone was going to interact. I was not disappointed. And next time we're going to get to some interesting interactions with maybe some more gods. First one being Yord was fun. I like that. The nature god giving you a quest. And I was also very pleased that you guys all failed that geese cast. Level 9, permanent. That's, You guys are gonna have some fun.
Oh, Lord of mercy.
What?
Yeah?
Yeah, because then if we don't, like, out of character, if we don't obey it, then we'll just take...
You take 5d10 psychic damage anytime you do something that is directly against your instructions.
Yep.
Luckily, she's a nature god. She won't have too tight a timetable for this, right?
She's lived for thousands of years. Well, thousands upon thousands of
Yeah,
years.
but you won't. And I think we'll see what tribulations you guys find along the way. Until then, please check out our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. What else are we looking for?
Patreon, and honestly, it's not a trial or a tribulation. You just go there and you hit the like button and you follow us because I think our content is pretty awesome and I'm not biased at all. I'm not the one who writes it, so you know that it's an entirely unbiased opinion.
Insight check.
A deception roll?
Can we roll yet?
Natural 18.